Howdy folks, George Shively, South Shore Marine Electronics, back with you on our new project. We are on a 37-foot SeaRay Sundancer. I believe it's a 96. And we're going to add satellite TV to this boat. As you can see here, we've got a radar antenna in the center. We're going to go ahead and remove that, as well as the nav light, and go ahead and put on a mast in the center there so that that can support the radar antenna, and above that then will be the KVH-M1 satellite TV antenna. So just kind of wanted to give you a look here as far as how things looked before we got started, and then of course we'll drop back in as we make some headway and show you what things look like. So right now that's kind of what we've got, and I'll stop back here in a little bit and show you what we've done. As always, thank you very much for watching. We appreciate you viewing our videos. Howdy folks, we are back on the 1996 370 SeaRay. As you can see here, we've got the radar antenna remounted and the satellite antenna, as well as the new nav light affixed on the arch. Looks a lot nicer, a lot cleaner. If you recall, before, the radar cable came out on the starboard side of the radar antenna, and you could see that, and it just wasn't real attractive. Now, for the most part, the wiring is very much concealed, and you really can't see it. So we also got rid of that old nav light and put on a little bit more attractive one. So the top of the arch looks a lot cleaner, a lot nicer. So just want to give you a view there on what this looks like. And we can try to get you the best view as I can here. So that's what it looks like now. We're going to go ahead and clean up, and we'll be back with a progress report in a little bit. Howdy folks, back on the 370 SeaRay here. Just want to kind of show you some of the things that we get involved in here. We're running wire across the arch here. We've already put it inside on the port side because we're going to have a TV on the port side arch here, a small TV on the port side arch. We've run our wires for the satellite TV down the starboard side arch, and then we get into the starboard side panel there where the speaker, you can see, is removed. And usually from there we can go forward into the helm area. Well, on this boat, as you can see, there's an inset there, a molded inset that's designed to come out, because you can see there are screws there. But unfortunately that cannot be removed because the seat's there. So you think, well, we'll just take out the speaker and we'll fish our way through there. Yeah, that didn't work either. A hole had to be drilled inside on the bottom where the speaker is to get wires down from the new antenna that will go down into the engine room and then forward all the way up to where you see the TV is supposed to go. We have it removed right now, so that we can access the DirecTV receiver from the antenna. So a lot of times this looks like a kind of a wham bam thank you ma'am, but it takes some doing to try to get wires from one place to another, particularly on older vessels, which are kind of notorious for not having the type of access that newer vessels do. So just wanted to stop in and show you that. Stay tuned. Howdy folks, George Shively back with you here. I wanted to take a moment here and show you a little bit down here in the cabin here on this 37 SeaRay. We had to do a fair amount of work down here that we usually don't have to do. And that was, number one, to find a place for where we could put the DirecTV receiver where it was accessible, so that you can get to the access card when necessary, which is located right in the front of the receiver there. As well as a place where we could locate the modulator, as well as the 12-volt power supply. We went ahead and put a power supply on this boat simply because of the 12-volt DC state on the boat. There's a lot of things at the helm, which is where we usually power the satellite TV system from, that's already using 12 volts DC. So we decided to provide a 12-volt power supply, which is going to give a much more stable, 12-volt supply to the satellite TV receiver. So just kind of wanted to show you that, how we did that. And again, that's accessible. Just take out a couple screws and that panel comes right out, and then all the equipment there is easily accessible. The other thing that I wanted to show you here just briefly was what we've put inside the cabinet here. If you look inside there, the owners wanted to have DVD access on their boat. And so that's a DVD player that then is accessed via the audio and video in terminals here. It's a standard older CRT version TV. We had initially discussed removing all the TVs and putting in flat panels, but the TVs work good, they look good. There'd be a large expense and reconfiguring the area and really making it look nice. So we decided just to keep the TVs, both here as well as in the forward stateroom. You can see it has a matching TV in the forward stateroom. Go ahead and keep those and just update the AV systems a little bit. That being adding satellite TV and then also adding the ability here to play DVDs. So with that, it really is a modern system. So I just kind of wanted to show you how that turned out, and the guts of it, if you will, down below, and kind of show you how we did this. Thanks very much for watching, folks, and we're back on the 370 SeaRay here. Just want to show you what we did here in the cockpit area. You can see behind the passenger seat there on the port side, we went ahead and mounted a TV on the port side of the arch. Gives a nice angle if you're sitting in the aft area here of the cockpit. Gives you a nice view of the TV, so whether you may be sitting out on the dock or in the aft area of the cockpit here, it gives you a nice view of the TV. So really gives another living space, if you will. So that's it. We're wrapped up here. Just kind of wanted to show you that. The other thing that we did was we put an FM modulator on the back of the TV so that we can take the audio coming out of the back of the TV and the existing stereo can play that so that the sound is just a little bit better here in the cockpit. Certainly the sound is sufficient from the TV, but they may want to be watching a music channel on the satellite TV or something along those lines, or even putting in a DVD. Because that TV is also a DVD player, putting in a DVD that maybe is a concert DVD, and then that'll play through the stereo, which will really sound great. So anyway, we're done here. As always, George Shively, South Shore Marine Electronics. Our email address, South Shore Marine Electronics at oh.rr.com. And our telephone is 216-407-6553. Thank you so much.